Isaiah 2. The City of Peace. The vision that Isaiah son of Amoz saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. In the last days, the mountain of the Lord's house will be established at the top of the mountains, and will be raised above the hills. All nations will stream to it, and many peoples will come and say, "Come, let's go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob. He will teach us about his ways, so that we may walk in his paths. For instruction will go out of Zion, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. He will settle disputes among the nations, and provide arbitration for many peoples. They will beat their swords into plows, and their spears into pruning knives. Nation will not take up the sword against nation, and they will never again train for war. The day of the Lord. House of Jacob, come and let's walk in the Lord's light. For you have abandoned your people, the house of Jacob, because they are full of divination from the east, and of fortune-tellers like the Philistines. They are in league with foreigners. Their land is full of silver and gold, and there is no limit to their treasures. Their land is full of horses, and there is no limit to their chariots. Their land is full of worthless idols. They worship the work of their hands, what their fingers have made. So humanity is brought low, and each person is humbled. Do not forgive them. Go into the rocks, and hide in the dust, from the terror of the Lord, and from his majestic splendor. The pride of mankind will be humbled, and human loftiness will be brought low. The Lord alone will be exalted on that day. For a day belonging to the Lord of armies is coming. Against all that is proud and lofty, against all that is lifted up it will be humbled. Against all the cedars of Lebanon, lofty and lifted up. Against all the oaks of Bashan. Against all the high mountains. Against all the lofty hills. Against every high tower. Against every fortified wall. Against every ship of Tarshish, and against every splendid sea vessel. The pride of mankind will be brought low, and human loftiness will be humbled. The Lord alone will be exalted on that day. The worthless idols will vanish completely. People will go into caves in the rocks, and holes in the ground, away from the terror of the Lord, and from his majestic splendor, when he rises to terrify the earth. On that day people will throw their worthless idols of silver and gold, which they made to worship, to the moles and the bats. They will go into the caves of the rocks, and the crevices in the cliffs, away from the terror of the Lord, and from his majestic splendor, when he rises to terrify the earth. Put no more trust in a mere human, who has only the breath in his nostrils. What is he really worth?